The transition to renewable forms of energy to power our nation is coming, but it will take a tremendous amount of traditional energy sources to make it happen. And Dallas-based Bob Sample & Associates is well positioned to aid in that enormous process.
Overall, there's just so much that's going to have to transpire to get to that horizon, and understanding the components of what that looks like in terms of all forms of energy and demand that we're going to have to see across the board from every aspect of both fossil fuels and renewable energy. Texas is a tax-friendly state that's conducive for business, which is why we see so much of the movement throughout the country to Texas. It's obviously large geographically. There's many features to it, which makes it conducive for both solar, wind, and then of course, as we know, the traditional uses of energy. In cases in West Texas, for instance, where we have most of our workload at this point today, you've got old underlying oil and gas leases that cover the surface estate that are superior to the surface and mineral estate. So our job is to figure out who owns the leasehold interest at whichever zone or interval our client is looking to develop, and provide that so that a transaction can be made so that they can look to develop that interval that they're looking to develop.
Bob Sample & Associates is in the land title business for the oil and gas industry. Business has been booming lately as the company has perfected the art of their industry while reducing costs for their customers.
We're an interesting dynamic in the sense that the average age landman that's working for us today is in the mid-50s, which, comparing that to anybody else, any other service provider, is not even close. And most of those contacts are people that had worked for my father in the past. And we found a very unique time in our industry over the last decade as the shale revolution that everybody's aware of transpired and brought so much young minds into the industry, all kind of chasing the old wildcat dream in oil and gas.
Founded by Travis's father, Bob, in 1989, the company is known for the quality of its landmen and for the efficiency in which they work. Bob Sample ran the business until he passed in 2013 after a battle with leukemia. His son honors his legacy daily.
Bob Sample was a guy with a vision, just a great mentor, a great person to learn from. You know, one of the biggest lessons for me that I've been able to learn from my dad is, at the end of the day, you get out what you put in this business.
Bob Sample & Associates is a family company and employs some of the most talented people in the land title industry.
Ability for upward momentum globally in so many ways comes from low-cost energy. Energy is what's turning the world, and I think that's going to be a huge bright spot in the future, to be part of the movement to, with all forms of energy, to be able to help upward mobility globally, worldwide.
For more information on Bob Sample & Associates, visit their website, bobsample.com, and visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com.